And HubSpot's been remote selling forever.
Mm.
And I think there's a lot of organizations that are going, are we able to, will we be able to actually do a sales call via Zoom or something? What was the thing that surprised you about how HubSpot was totally comfortable with that? It's normal, right?
Yeah.
And it's not shocking to you, but to many companies coming up now out of this situation,
Mhm.
that's like a scary thing. They're figuring out, we have to do this.
Yeah, well, for HubSpot, necessity was the mother of invention because our product cost $250 a month at the start, and you couldn't send people around the country trying to sell your software. Um, and the key, what's interesting about when you sell a product like that, the hard part is reach. The hard part is actually not the sales engagement. The hard part is the reach and getting lots of finding the customers who where the demand is. And the secret there is really inbound marketing. The secret there is helping, not selling. The secret is creating great content assets that people come to you, and then it's not a pushy conversation on the phone. It's a helpful conversation. Now, I have to be honest. Like there are some things that are never going to be sold that way. Like when you buy a Boeing airliner, you're probably going to have to go and bring all your engineers and all this kind of stuff and bring your flow charts and things like that. But, for software, modern software, certainly, and services as well, uh, th- that's the way the world is going. I mean, that's sort of where we started our conversation. And, the tools are becoming more and more powerful and available to enable that kind of thing.
So the CFO is needing to be more also CTO-ish and CMO-ish, right? You're seeing a merging of these roles
Mm.
and the comfortable considering, all right, I need to think of this revenue generating roles that are coming in here instead of an expense. But same with sales, they they're not only conducting sales, but they can be creating content at the same time. How sh- how do you get a CMO, CFO, CTO together on the same page? Because they're usually segmented or what do you call them? Pillared.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're in silos. Yeah. I
Silos.
always tell the story when I first joined my prior company, which is Akamai Technologies, as the CFO. Within a couple of weeks, the CMO comes in my office and he says, "Hey, I have an opportunity that is short-lived, so I need your approval really fast on this. We want to put Akamai Technologies on the Green Monster at Fenway Park." I'm like, really? Like, that sounds really cool because I would love my company's name on the Green Monster at Fenway Park, but like, how much does it cost? How do we know it's working? Like, how do we know we're going to get customers that way? And he says, well, you have to make a $3 million commitment or something like that. I'm like, really? That seems like a lot. Like how many customers are we going to get from that? And he got frustrated in my office and said, you just don't get it. You just don't understand how marketing works. I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. If that's, I don't. But what the way to help a CFO understand how marketing works is try to put some attribution around what you're doing. Like we get as a finance person, operations person, we get that you have to invest in a brand and there's brand equity and everything like that. But most of marketing is about uh, demand generation, and you can dashboard that. You can figure out the value. Obviously, you can figure out the cost per of a lead, and then you can figure out what percentage of those leads convert, and then you can figure out what percentage of those become actual customers, and then of the types of those uh, customers you get, which ones of them are long-lasting customers with very high LTVs, and which ones of them are not. And so, my observation, at least what the marketers that I've interacted with, is they're much more analytical. Like they know their way around a spreadsheet and Looker and other tools much more than the marketer that I thought of back when I was at IBM and sort of met when I showed up at Akamai.